Wow. What a gorgeous herd. Been working on this a little bit. Nothing too crazy, but a nice big pasture for everyone to run around in. We got 2 babies just born. We haven't even tagged them yet. And things are looking good around here. Let me get out of here. Been working on some wheat, some sugar cane, and most of all, look at this. Look at all these logs. That's what I call generational wealth. Look at them. I hate the sounds of the llamas. They're always spitting and everything. But anyway, we're back, and we have some big plans for today. Mostly getting started on a base right around here. But first, I need a few things. First of all, my stone and cobblestone pile is dwindling. I used it all on axes, and I didn't have that much to begin with. And second, check this out. Check this guy out. What a joke. I made the mistake of spending 5 emeralds on a spruce sapling. Planted it, waited for it to grow, took forever, and then no saplings. Didn't get a single sapling out. We got plenty of oak and birch, no spruce. So the main goal, or the first goal that I'd like to accomplish, is to find some spruce. I don't see any from my vantage point or my recent travels. Pretty sure those are oak over there. So we're going to have to do a little bit of adventuring just to start out. And I might throw in a little bit of mining since I haven't done any mining yet. And yeah, need some cobblestone. So I'm going to head out, and if I see anything interesting on the way, I will for sure bring you back in. Otherwise, I'll see you when I have some spruce in hand, hopefully. Oh, and look at that! Not spruce, but we do have a village and some horses. Horses are going to be nice. I don't have a saddle or anything. I think I can craft one nowadays, but we're going to just have to note down that the horses are here. But in the meantime, let's check out what this village has to offer. Maybe a blacksmith, maybe just some, even carrots. I could go for some carrots nowadays. You can see we're not doing terrible on food. I've been chopping down a lot of trees, so I have some apples, got some cooked meat, and then we're breeding up those cows. So no longer a big issue. Oh, I would have loved to grab a bed from here if I had known. Alright, we're gonna loot this place. Very nice village, very nice village. Iron golem, ready to defend. We're taking some of the hay bales. Sorry, everyone. If not for food, then for decoration, but very important we grab these. Anything else? Maybe we can get some workstations out of this place, too. Oh, there's a chest. We'll take bread. We'll take potatoes. I'll leave the sapling. Oh, you know, I already have saplings in the inventory. Might as well take them. I didn't realize that the small houses, when a composter, that's easy enough to craft. What do we got here? Seeds? Hate to take your seeds. I think we're doing okay on seeds. I don't like decimating the natural village. I don't like taking it for all it's worth. More potatoes. Love this. More bread. Oh, we got the hoe too. That's perfect. Alright, I'm going to continue this. And hopefully, next time you see me, I'll have some spruce. Fingers crossed. Look at that. That's spruce. That's a spruce tree. Now we just have to cross this. Is this a jump I can make? Let's find out. Oh yeah. That was closer than I hoped, honestly. But, look, I'm taking risks. Why not? Why not? Okay, I think I just got really unlucky with my tree. Because I have 19 saplings from cutting down like 4, 5, 6 trees here. Maybe I cut down a few more, but it feels like I just got... Oh, sorry. Look at all these. My dog's chewing on a bone in the background here. I think that's going to be enough harvesting for now, and then I'll get to planting at home. But I might just continue on. Oh, look at this forest. Yeah, we have spruce, and it was definitely not worth... Oh, and a ruined portal. We have spruce now, and it was definitely not worth 5 emeralds to trade that 1 sapling. I was really being a little hopeful. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, Curse of Binding is tough. That's tough to wrap my head around. But I'll take Curse of Vanishing. What is this? What kind of stuff is this? I'll take all this stuff. If I had any space for it. Take the flint. I'll leave that. And then I'll harvest these gold blocks, of course. Wow, my inventory's a little bit of a mess. Alright, very exciting. We're really seeing a lot of cool stuff here. Okay, and that jump doesn't work. There we go. Okay, now it's sunset. Beautiful sunset over the valley. Wow, this game's nice. Alright, and now it's time to head back home. Alright, we got a nice little patch of spruce here. Actually, you know what? I should be composting these. I don't know if it's really worth composting these. I'm not a waster. I'm not a waster at heart. So we're gonna wait for these to grow. I'm gonna mine pretty close by, I think. Go for a little mining session. Hopefully we get some goodies. And specifically cobblestone. Which is crazy that I don't have any. I have 17. I don't know where it all goes. Yep, thank you. But yeah, I doubt anything exciting will happen, but I'll probably throw together a little mining montage. I bet you've been mining before. I think you'll know what it looks like, but maybe we can get some cinematics going. Alright, see you then. Oh, first tree. Look at that. There we go. Oh, man. Alright, one at a time. Okay, they can hit you from here. Okay, bad. Caving is not my strong suit, and I'm a little underprepared here. But we got it. I want that creeper to blow up a little bit. What's the best way to handle this? There we go. That's it. This thing is massive. Alright, we should be good here. Or I think it's massive. It might be flooded. That looks sort of flooded. I'm not in the mood to swim for my resources, but we'll do what we have to. Okay, so that cave was pretty much entirely submerged on... Okay, hold on. One sec. There's some iron here, but that skeleton makes me not want to get it. Oh, not only if I can. Wow, okay, hold on. It suddenly got dangerous here. Yup, not that. Okay, so sorry, it was so calm for a second there, but then it all changed. I'm digging down. Okay. Oh, wrong level. Okay. We're safe. We're safe. No problems. All right. Back to the cinematic of me going back up the water. So pretty much completely submerged. Couldn't really get too much. I got maybe... Oh wait, this is what I'm doing. I'll get this iron. We got maybe 32 iron. Nothing too exceptional. But we did get plenty of cobblestone and some andesite, which I think is what we need for the build. This is going to be a little challenging. Worth it? Maybe, maybe not. Alright, I'm not getting those. Anyway, we're heading back home. I think we have enough to make our house. It's not going to be a too complex of a palette, of a color palette, but I am going to try and experiment with some, how do I get out of here? I'm going to try and experiment with some texturing, which is not something I'm used to. So, fingers crossed it turns out well. I've done some planning. How do I get out of here? I've done some planning in the creative test world, so hopefully it doesn't suck. But you never know. It could. And one man's trash is another man's treasure, so it's not going to suck for everyone, I don't think. Anyway, I'm going to head back home. I'll see you when I get there. And we're here. Now, yeah, I'm laughing because it actually only took like 5 seconds since the cave is literally right over there. And I forgot. So we're home. Very nice. And look at our spruce. It's really taken off. And our wheat's growing in. Our cows are reproducing. Things are looking up. Not like they were ever looking down, but that was a little scary in the cave there for a second. Things are looking up. So I'm going to clear out this area, get some spruce, take count, see how much I have, maybe plant some more, maybe not. And once I have an idea of where we are, I'm going to loop you in, and let's see if we can't build ourselves a nice little house here. All right, I'll see you. All right. We're looking good. Except for these leaves. Oh, look how quickly I got distracted there. I almost made it 3 seconds. Anyway, I got a few more spruce trees. This is just some. I'll show you what... I'll show you the mother lode over here. I got some sand, which I turned into glass, and that means I think I have everything that I need to get started on this build. We'll look in this barrel for a sec. You can see the color palette is pretty basic, just gray and brown, but we got a lot of variation. We got some crackstone bricks, stone, andesite. We'll see what we can do. Even going to throw in some stripped birch in there if I can. I should have enough. Now all the details will be crafted out of these blocks, so don't think I'm just going blocks. I'm going to try and detail it a little bit. And if we need anything as a backup, we got plenty of wood here. So anyway, I'm going to sleep this night away, and then I'm going to get started on this build. Hopefully it turns out nicely, and I encourage you to give feedback. I'm always looking for tips and tricks. And yeah, let's get going. Here it is. In all of its glory. Not the inside's definitely not done. The outside I feel like could use some more detail, but I'm not really sure exactly how. I'd love to give you a tour of this place. Pretty proud of it. It might not seem like much to some of you advanced designers and advanced builders, but this is pretty much the best I got. I did want to say I just finished editing this the montage, the cinematics that you just saw. And I know it's like a minute and a half, which is a long time to go in a YouTube video without speaking. But I think that's just sort of a stylistic choice I'm going for, where I'm really trying to capture, you know, the essence of Minecraft. And a lot of Minecraft, a lot of the parts that I enjoy is just sort of building. And sort of just the little things. And sometimes the little things are just moments of silence while you're putting something together. So hopefully, maybe I'll strike the right balance. I'm hoping that I'm doing that. But anyway, let's take a tour of this place. We'll get it daytime, even though I think it's prettier at night. And let's see what we got. So to start off, we got the front. A little elevated walkway. The whole thing's elevated off the ground. You can see the stone running underneath. Inside, I'm not quite proud of yet, but I will be. I'm just going to do the tour of the outside. We got a little rose bush. I think that looks pretty. Some nice big windows where I could, and some littler windows where I couldn't. A little bit of a back door here, just for ease of access. Might as well have two. Now this, I'm not really sure how to connect it to, like, I don't know, it's pretty close to this level. There's not a lot of space at this level yet, so it's sort of awkward. You have to go and then jump. So I might work out some sort of path here, maybe cut a path through, maybe line it with some cobble walls or something. That might look nice. Excuse me. Adding a little function on this side, we got a big window, but we got an infinite water source. Why not? And then as we go around the corner, we got some decorative, whatever these are called, hay bales. This, I don't know if this happens in real life, but it felt right to sort of have the basement access be a stone thing on the outside. And I'll show you what that looks like from the inside too. But let's take a look. Recess door. Now, it's very brown in here. And it's possible that once I get my hand on some deep slate, cobbled deep slate, I can make it a little bit of a darker floor. That's definitely up for consideration. But I think we have plenty of space. Haven't really planned out the space too much. I'm thinking sort of an entry area, maybe some functional blocks, some workbenches, maybe some furnaces, or maybe the furnaces go back here. I haven't quite decided. And maybe a few barrels of easy access storage where I could just dump my inventory and manage that. I haven't thought about where the bed goes. Maybe the bed does go here. Maybe that's fine. And then I think more storage would be down in the cellar. That should be a log, maybe. Hard to say, honestly. Maybe these should be wood, but I'll figure that out. My next step, and I have to light this place too. My next steps, I think, wow, nice view. And a little window here for a little view. Next steps are to bring everything I have inside and just see how it fills out the area so far. I don't have much to work with in terms of decoration, but maybe just having a few blocks will make it feel all the way, or at least part of the way, normal. Right now it feels pretty barren and brown. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll be back maybe with some more blocks in there. All right. Behold, empty grass for the first time in a long time. Sort of feels good. It feels good to have a little bit more organization in my life. Now, I did a little bit on the inside, but I'm not in love. not in love with it. And it's a work in progress for sure. I put up a little wall in here just to close off the space, make it feel like a little bit of an entryway. I'm probably going to put a little carpet down here. Why not? We have a little bit of a bed area and still a lot of empty space. If you have any ideas for what I should do, what I should put here, I'm all ears. I'm sure over time I'll just have more stuff and I'll come up with a purpose for this area. But you might hear my dog playing with her ball in the background. That's going to be an inevitable type thing. Ellie, settle in, puppy. I've put a little bit of storage up here. This is my valuables, my food and such, and my miscellaneous interesting items chests. And I've expanded down here a little bit. That's not supposed to be gone. Just to start, just to start organizing myself, because I was feeling a little overwhelmed with a full inventory all the time and nowhere to put anything. So this is where we're at. I'm very happy with the build overall, and still plenty of room for improvement for sure. But look how cozy, look how warm and cozy that all looks. And even with, there's not much going on here, but I think the nice big pasture for the cows really adds a lot. Oh no! Nothing to see here, nothing to see here. I don't know how that guy snuck up on me. Maybe I'm just blind. I'm sure when I look at the footage, he's just going to be like, oh, I'm right here. I didn't see him. But anyway, I forget what I was saying. I think I was saying that this nice big pasture really adds a lot to the cozy feel, I think. If you remember in the intro of my last video, how would you remember? I barely walked by my cows, and there was maybe like 200 cows in like a 5x5 area. And this just feels a lot more natural. I'm planning on keeping it that way. Let me sleep before round 2. I'm planning on keeping it that way. Try and make it a little more realistic than just classic Minecraft functional. Because functional is having a million cows, and cozy is having a few prized cows. I don't know what I'm talking about. But really things are going great. We got our carrots and potatoes going. Wow, I'm just super stoked. Super stoked about where we've come today. Next up on the agenda is, I keep saying it and I don't do it, but we really got to get some resources. In between this episode and next, I think I'm going to try and fill up this chest a little bit more. Maybe get some blue shiny rocks to add to the collection. That would be nice. But until then, I think I'm going to leave you here. And I hope that you enjoyed. I know this wasn't really a tutorial on how to build a house. It's more of a, let's see if I can do it at all. But maybe there's some knowledge to be gained here. But anyway, I really appreciate you stopping by and watching. And I hope to see you in the next one. Okay. Bye-bye.